Well, the experts, so-called experts, said it would never happen. Well, now Donald Trump is the president-elect, and Washington is in shock.
So can lawmakers learn from this? Here to weigh in on his 2012 candidate himself, presidential candidate himself, Herman Cain, an early believer. Herman, I know you're happy about it. What do you think turned this election his way and stunned the world? And I'm not exaggerating, stunned the world.
Well, I'm relieved that the American people didn't buy the constant negative Kool-Aid that the liberal media was feeding them. Secondly, I think what turned it was people are not stupid. At least the majority of Americans are not stupid. They didn't fall for it. And what we heard last night through the vote was the voice of the people. They wanted the truth. They wanted to hear substance, which Donald Trump put on the table over and over and over again, even though the liberal media didn't want to tell the people. That's what turned this election in his favor. And yes, I'm jubilant, but I'm also more relieved.
Well, I know you were the former CEO of Godfather's Pizza, and I've heard your story. I know you worked really hard to become the CEO of a huge company. People look at Donald Trump. His father gave him $1 million. He turns it into $1 billion. So some people are saying he gives America hope. The working class person can work hard and their dreams can come true, and someone like Donald Trump can become president of the United States. Do you think that's why he won?
That's one of the reasons that he won. Class warfare no longer works. They tried to make his billionaire status a negative, but it didn't work. It just didn't work. And then secondly, he does demonstrate that if you work hard enough, long enough, that you can achieve whatever your dreams are if you get government out of the way. And here's the third thing, Ainsley. He doesn't owe anybody anything. That appealed to the American people. He owes nobody any favors relative to getting elected, and that also appealed to the American people, in my opinion.
You know, and Herman, the American people were not listening to the pundits. And, you know, the exit polls last night, the initial round, were wrong. A lot of the polls that came out before the election were wrong. Reminiscent of, and I think there's a portrait of Ronald Reagan by Steve Penley behind you. A lot of people are reminded of Ronald Reagan regarding this because they said of Reagan, oh, he was a B actor, he was in a movie with a monkey, he's completely unqualified to be president of the United States. But as it turns out, he did a great job.
He did a great job. And back then, like now, the American people were smart enough, contrary to what the Democrats thought, to elect someone that they believed in. They believed in Reagan. They believe in Donald Trump because he has not lied. The media has tried to paint him in a negative light, and they've tried to cover up, not you all, cover up Hillary Clinton's false corruption and everything else, but the American people are not stupid. I think that's the big message with his win.
And by the way, if Donald Trump is smart, he'll tap into your Treasury and business background. Would you consider an appointment to the White House?
I would consider it, Brian, but I have a good job. Okay? I'm not looking for a job. I am more interested in America moving forward, and I believe Donald Trump is going to do that. I would consider it, but I'm not looking for a job. I'm just thrilled that we can now get this country back on the right track. That's what I'm more excited about.
All right. Herman Cain joining us from down in Georgia. Herman, thank you very much.